Hey, my friends out there in Atlanta, James Jordan here, Just Get Money Team, co-founder, founder of Just Get Money Team, and we are coming today with this live training where we're going to be breaking down some Instagram secrets. Right, we're literally going to be sharing with you how to go out and start using and leveraging Instagram in a way that's pretty simple and pretty automated for the most part. I mean, me personally in my Instagram business, I probably actually work on Instagram maybe about 10 to 15 minutes a day, right? And anything that I'm doing longer, it's just to, get really ninja and really magnified so I can scale as fast as possible, right? And, I have one of my team members here, Kenneth, right? Ken,
Hey, what's
aka,
going on,
Young
guys?
Gun, aka Young Gun, aka Young Superstar.
Young
He,
Money.
he got he got plugged in literally about a month ago, right? It's been about a month, right, Ken?
Yeah, it's been about a month now.
Yeah, so Ken got plugged in, and he did exactly what I told him to do. Right? One of the fastest ways to go out and get results in your business is to find a mentor, someone that has proven results, right? And when they tell you what to do, right, you do
You do it.
exactly what they tell you to do. You don't go. They tell you to go down the right hand side. You don't go down the left hand side and then take a left and another right and another, then go up and down. You don't do all that stuff. You do exactly what they tell you to do. So with that being said, Ken, I just want to bring you out, and I want you to share a little bit about your story. How we got connected in the first place, so that people can really learn more about you and your story. So just share your story, brother.
well, I'm from Birmingham, Alabama. I'm 19 years old. I don't come from a poor home, but I do come from a home where it's needed to make money. You have to make money to stay in here. So everyone's pretty much on their grind in my house. I got plugged into online networking. At first, I started with Wake Up Now and the MCA Progress, and it wasn't really working for me because I had the problem of not having anyone in my corner or the support to show me what I needed to do. I had the visual mindset of what I wanted to do, but I just didn't know how to do it. So, I think I actually stumbled across James on one of his Instagram catch pages, and it said something about get more leads. So I'm like, hey, I can be open-minded about the situation. So all it took was being open about everything that's being taught to me and taking action on it. If you're not willing to learn and actually take action on it, then it's not really going to work for you. I'm just going to be honest. So, just having that desire and that strong mindset and the motivation of wanting to be successful, that's what pursue a great career. So,
Awesome, awesome. Now there
yeah.
are some key points in there that you talked about that I want to mention, because a lot of people, right, they hear being open, right, and most people will say, oh, I already know that, right. That's what a lot of people say. I
Mm.
already know that, or I already know that I need to be open, but then they're really closed-minded. And one of the worst phrases that you can say to yourself is that you already know that, even things that I already
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
right. For
Because there
example,
is, it's,
um,
I guarantee, it's someone out here that knows a lot more than you do, and they know a few more tricks than you do. So it's best to just listen to them sometimes. So,
exactly. And
yeah.
Kenneth, I can tell you right now, the growth that I'm personally seeing within Kenneth is really what makes me do this. Is what makes me come out every single week to give you guys live training, to give you value, to share with you what we're currently doing on the Just Get Money team, because what we do works, right? And
Mm.
when you're open, right? When you're open, when you start to say that, I'm open, I'm coachable, I'm willing to do whatever it takes, I'm willing to, learn from the masters, so to speak. That is when, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And I used to think that
Mhm.
was just a slogan. I used to think that that was just a phrase, but it happened to me personally because I've had many mentors in my 6 7 years in internet marketing and network marketing combined, where I've had this person tell me this or that person tell me this or this person tell me this or read a book here, read a book here, right? And I just never put everything together, right? And it just led to
Mm.
a place of frustration, to a point where I came to a place where I said, okay, I personally don't know everything, right? And
Yeah.
what happened to me was literally 12 months ago. I was making money in my business, right? But I wasn't making the type of money that I wanted to make in my business, right? And there was one commitment, right, that I wasn't following, right, inside of our 8 core commitments, which was going to live events, right? I'd market daily, I'd sponsor people, I'd bring people in, right? I'd make money, right? I'd make money while I wasn't near my computer, I'd make money while I was on my computer, right? And I still wasn't getting the results that I wanted, right? I wasn't creating duplication. I wasn't finding people who would come in and do what I was willing to do to go out and get results, right? And I started to go to live events. My first event inside of our company, I went to in Miami this past January, right? And it totally changed my life. It allowed me to have a transformation, right? And I've gone through so much change, so much transformation that I can tell you right now, I honestly could not recognize who the hell I was in January of this year, right? And
Yeah.
and I really want to emphasize that to you because I look at where I'm at now, and I look at where I'm going, right? And I look at what I focus on every single day, and I look at what I desire, I look at what I take action on, and I look at how much faith I have in the process, in myself, in my leadership, in my team, right? And any individual that I come across, right? It
Mm.
happened by me going to an event, right? Because you'll learn all the technical stuff, right? You'll learn all the technical stuff. And like Ken was talking about, when he first got started in business, right, didn't really have a lot of support. So
No.
what can you do in that
None.
sort of situation? Well, he
Yeah.
said none. I've had people in network marketing, like family members that were in network marketing, that got out, right? Then when I got in, would tell me all these reasons why I was going to fail, right? And even as I
Mm.
started to get leads, even as I started to have people like call me back when I was like, picking up the phone and talking to leads, when I would have voicemails out the ass of people calling me up saying, "Hey James, I saw your YouTube video. I want to sign up in your business." Or, "James, I got started reaching out to you, blah 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 blah," right? Still was hitting me with negativity. Oh, it's a pyramid scheme. Oh, it's a scam, right? Only Caucasians made money in network marketing. Like, I mean, just the most negative stuff ever. Even though Holton
Yeah.
Buggs is the #1 income in our industry, and he's African American, and the guy makes over $1 million a month, right? Just
I'm gonna tell
people
you
don't
another one
know.
I hear a lot. I'm gonna tell you another one I hear a lot. I think it's my parents said it's a scam. I hear that a lot, and what I tell them is, they didn't have computers back then. They didn't have the type of technology we do now. So how can they say that it's a scam? From what they've seen so far, because they don't know how to use it as well as we do, it's a scam. But we have more advantages towards technology because we're a younger generation. We're a newer generation, and this is our world. The whole networking communication around the world is just fabulous with technology. You can communicate with. I've had people I've talked to from probably Asia, Pakistan, Canada. I've talked to people all over the world, and that's my biggest problem because I don't know how to actually get those people in yet. I'm still working on that part, but I had so many audience um, to just put my product in front of and actually advertise it. And to get those many eyes in front of my product where I can just basically do my own thing and upsell them, it's kind of it makes it easier on me. So
Yeah, yeah, awesome. And here's the thing: when it comes to connecting internationally, we'll talk about that after we get off this training, bro. That's easy. I
mhm.
mean, it's
Yeah, it's
so
just
easy.
because I can't get past the part where they don't speak English. Like after that, I'm stuck. I'm
Yeah,
just stuck.
well, what we have going on, and we'll be talking more about that in Vegas. For those of you guys who don't know what we're talking about, we're going to be in Vegas next month, at the end of next month. So I'm looking forward to it. I
Yeah,
haven't been to Vegas since 2010, so it's been a while.
I don't even think
Um,
I'm old enough to legally do anything in Vegas yet.
you're old enough to learn how to go get money
Get
by
there.
listening. That's all you need to know, brother. Like,
I'm old enough to get there. That's all.
Um, um,
Okay.
but that's a good thing. John Pittman, I can't even pronounce his name right, but like I told you the other day, uh, I think he was like 19 when he got in,
Mm.
and the guy's making multiple five figures a month right now. So that's the benchmark. When you get out to Vegas, I'll introduce you to him, and you'll definitely have that breakthrough there. Uh,
Cool,
but
cool.
when it comes to, and I don't want to talk about events too much, guys, but I just want to
Mm.
emphasize to you that getting to events are pretty powerful. As you can see, we started to go off on a tangent because, getting around like-minded people is a very powerful thing. Getting on trainings like this, every single week is a powerful thing. Having mentors and, teammates that you can reach out to that are getting results, right? Because here's the thing, a lot of people
Mm.
say they have a mentor, but their mentor, is teaching them things that are causing them to be broke and deal with a bunch of rejection, right? You don't know how many people I come into contact with when I ask them the question, do you have a mentor? And they pause for maybe about 15 to 30 seconds, and then they say yes, yet they're not getting the results that they want, right? Because they're
Mm.
literally doing what they have been told to do. I used to do the same thing. Talk to friends and family, buy leads that were super expensive and unqualified, wasn't really targeted, people that weren't really interested in what it is that I had to offer. Right? I did all those things, right? I even went and talked to my coworkers. I was bold enough to sit down with my manager and talk to her about my comp plan in my business at the time when I was working the job. Like I was crazy, okay? Like I was crazy, right? And but they knew at my job when I was working there that I was on a different path, right? I remember I went to Chicago for my first company event back then, back in early 2007, and I came back and I was a different person, right? I was walking around, and this is at the time where I thought you need to wear a suit, right, in order
Yeah.
to be successful in network marketing. So I had like this long trench coat, and I would come into my job, and people would just be looking at me differently. They'd be like, yeah, he's going places. I don't know where he's going, but he's going places. Like, I guarantee you when he's XYZ, he's going to be here, right? So you got to literally
Yeah.
learn how to project yourself to where you want to go. But, we can sit here and talk about those things all day, right, guys? But what I really want to get back to is I want to get back to the point of this training. I want to get back to the fact that Instagram can be a cash cow for you, right? Now, we do have an income disclaimer. I'm not guaranteeing that you're going to get any results, right? But I will guarantee you that if you follow and listen and do exactly what we teach you how to do, right, there's no way on God's green earth that you can't get results. I mean, I've had new people come in and produce just like Ken. Ken's not the only person on our team that uses this training and goes through and gets results, right?
We
So
have a
just,
lot more.
yeah. So it's
And
like
another thing
we're
is we keep in touch with a lot of people on our team. Don't think it's just a team effort where we don't communicate with each other. All of us, we talk to each other via Facebook, via video chat. So it's all a part of just keeping our mindset and our goals in our team, keeping everybody on the right track. I actually have people in our team that look towards me for certain ideas, and I actually look towards them for certain ideas. So it's all more of a family-based thing, more of a team. So, I look at these guys in a good way.
And look, guys, I didn't even know that, right? That's what happens when your team starts to grow, right? Like your team starts to talk with each other, and they're not, and then you notice that they're not really asking you too many questions, and then you're like, well, why are they not asking me questions? But then you're like, yay, I'm happy they're not asking me a bunch of questions because they're demonstrating, then they're going out and taking action, right? Because a lot of
Yeah.
people, when they build teams, they think that they need to, be a mother hen and like hold everybody, right? And it's like you don't need to
Mm.
do that, right? That's actually the worst thing that you can do. The more that you hold and coddle people, I can tell you from personal experience, the less they're going to do. I've been around multi-millionaires who were my mentors, and they used to pick up the phone every single time I called, even though I wasn't doing a damn thing. And in hindsight, I understood why they did it, but it was the worst thing that they could have did for me because all they were doing were validating my ideas about my potential, right? So
Yeah.
it's like you got to display to people that, look, your time is valuable, right? And I'm glad that, our team is connecting with each other because that shows you what we're doing here. That shows you what we're forming. I can tell you right now that the Just Get Money team inside of Empower Network, inside of iPass 2, inside of internet marketing in general, inside of the network marketing industry, we are coming hard and we are taking over this industry in 2015. I guarantee it.
Oh yeah.
And here's why. Because we're genuine, because we know and understand how the industry works, and we're not about bullshitting or lying to people. We're about telling people exactly what it is that they need to do to go out and get results, right? I'd rather have the serious people on my team where I tell them the truth than to sit there and hype people up to get them in. And because I know and understand that, coming from someone that's been in sales, right, who knows how to sell people, I realize that selling people doesn't help them break through. People have to sell themselves, right? And when you learn how to market your business, when you learn how to attract the right type of people, you do not have to pitch and sell the way that you would normally do when you get first started in this business. So with that being
Yeah.
said, I want to bring it over to you because I feel like if I don't bring it over to you right now, I'm going to talk for the next hour, right? So, bro, I want you to come in and I want you, because I feel a tangent coming on. I was listening to some Tony Robbins before I got on this, so as you can see, I am in the zone. But brother, this is
Yeah.
this is your moment, so I want you to come out and just share some concepts about what you currently do to go out and create results on Instagram as well.
Okay. All right. Well, first thing I do, I'm not gonna say I'm on my Instagram or I'm on my computer checking my accounts all the time. Really, what I do, I check my Instagram accounts probably like once a day. If not once a day, probably once every 2 days, and it's because everything's automated. Um, the main thing I do is I don't really pressure people into buying the system. I really see where their mind is and see where they want to go with themselves because it's not about selling them anything. It's about getting people the help that they need. Because just like I did, I needed help getting my sales and getting that coaching and support that I needed. I didn't have that because the guy that got me in my online business probably didn't hear from him. I never really even talked to him on the phone, just really texting him all the time. So I had that problem, and when I got that solved and when I met James, he was actually there to support me and guide me into what I needed to do. So all it took was being open, taking what I'm being taught, putting it into action. Without that, you really won't succeed. And the last step is believing in yourself. You got to believe in yourself. If you don't believe you can do it, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to do it because, hey, you don't think you can. So you're filling yourself up with the negativity of people telling you, oh, well, that's a scam. You don't need to do that. I've never seen people make $1 million on the internet. Don't listen to them. It's possible. Trust me. I've seen people do it. It's people that do it all the time. I personally believe it's a lot of money in the internet, but people are just too afraid to tap into it. People don't know what to go into. People don't know how to research things that could possibly change their lives. So it's all just being open with everything that you do. Anything that James has taught me, anything he's told me to do, I just went and did it. I didn't procrastinate on it because if you procrastinate, 9 times out of 10, you're going to keep on procrastinating until you just forget about it or you just decide you don't want to do it. So it's best to just get it done right then as soon as you're being told. Once you do it, you're going to feel good about the situation. You got it done. Just let the system work for you. You're going to have to put in a little work in the beginning, but once you put in your work and do your part and let everything just flow, easy sail, it's going to be a walk in the park. And basically, what I do, I get on Instagram. I have an automated system. It's called Instagress. I don't know if I should be telling you that because I don't know if people are actually watching this video, but what I use is an automated
We're giving
system.
it away, dude. We're giving it away. So we can share
Oh,
with
we're
them
giving
that,
away.
and yeah, so we can share with them what we do as far as using Instagress, which is a tool out there that anybody can get access to, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
there's a
Anybody can get that.
so and I'll share a little bit more about that a little bit later, bro. But go ahead and just share your process. Give as much value as you can, bro.
Okay, but I use Instagress, and what Instagress does is it basically does everything you tell it to on a system. So you can type in what comments you want it to leave on people's page. You can put how many likes you would like it to do, and it's all just basically doing that on one account. So I might have a MCA account, and it's getting people from MCA, hey, do you need more MCA leads? That's a couple comments that I might leave on my page. When they see that, they're like, hey, I want to see that. I want to see how I can get more leads because, a lot of people don't get a lot of leads in MCA. I don't know why. I think it's the whole payment plan they have. Not a lot of people really like the MCA business. So I get a lot of people from MCA daily. You know, that's my number one group. So I get the MCA. They might say, I can teach you how to make 10K at the end of the month. Someone says, hey, I want to learn how to do that. They go to the link in my bio. They click the link. They leave their name and their email. What that does is it gives me the okay to send them automated emails through their emails. So they get one as soon as they sign up. The next day after they sign up, they get one, and the day after that, they get one. And the second one is always the ones that get them because it got me. It got me. James got me with the second email, and it's like, well, why didn't you email me back? I thought you said you needed help, and it's so funny because a lot of people have excuses for that. So they always
Oh,
answer back to that one.
oh man.
Yeah, yeah. It's like everyone always has an excuse. Well, my phone drowned in water yesterday, so I couldn't answer the phone. So it's pretty funny. So I always get people with that email. When they come into that email, I just always ask them. I start off, did you watch the video? And they say, you know, well, I seen the email, but I didn't get a chance to watch the video. And I tell them to go watch the video. They might come back and say, well, hey, I seen the video, but it doesn't look like anything that I can use for my business. I'm going to tell you right now, this system can work for anyone. I have a day job. I work at Radio Shack. I wreck shop when I go into Radio Shack simply because of this system. When I first started working at Radio Shack, I really didn't know how to sell as much because Radio Shack is basically a commission job. You get what you sell, you know. So I really didn't know too much about selling. I was just getting into the selling business. So it was kind of, you know, shaky for me at first. But when I actually watched how people sold stuff and I actually took what I've been taught in the Empower system and all of the training audios that I was listening to in Empower, and I put it into action not only into my business online, but my business as well as offline. When I did that at Radio Shack, man, I was getting raises, I was getting bonuses. Boss was let me leave home, go home early. It was all gravy after that because I was learning. I was learning a lot. I was taking what was being taught to me and just being open about everything. I never been closed-minded about anything. I always been the type of person to just do stuff and think about it later. You know, if it looked like it'll benefit me, then hey, go for it. So
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
go through when I talk to people. I make sure they're serious because that's one thing I don't want to deal with is a person that's not serious. Someone who's going to give me the runaround and well, how much will I get paid, and you know, how much will I
Yeah,
make at the end of
yeah.
this month? And I
Hey,
tell them
quick
all the
question.
time.
Can you hear
Go
me?
ahead. Yeah, go
Quick
ahead.
question. Isn't it fun to choose who you work with versus just looking to have every person who reaches out to you to try and get
Oh
them to
yeah.
plug into your business,
Oh
right?
yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. You can choose the people you work with because I talk to numerous people every single day, and sometimes it can be overwhelming because I check I catch myself checking emails constantly, like all day. So I talk to people every day, and it's always a new audience I put myself in front of. It's always a new opportunity because, like I said, I don't look to sell people things. I look to actually help them. And, you know, by helping them, they have to be willing to make a sacrifice within themselves and within whatever they're doing to get where they want to be. Because I had to make that sacrifice. Believe it or not, it's a lot of people in this business, me, myself, James, people in our group that's had to make sacrifices to get to where we are now. So don't think it's gonna come easy. Nothing in life is free. If you don't know this book, go pick it up. It's called, I think, How to. What's the name of that book, James? The Wealthy book that you told me about.
Think and Grow
Uh,
Rich.
yeah, Think and Grow Rich. Go get that book. I'm telling you, it's a good book. Nothing in life is free. If you don't put anything in, you can't be expected to get anything out. So I tell people a lot of times they ask me, well, I don't have the money for this system. Well, you know, if you were dying and you need a heart transplant and it costs like $200 to get the heart transplant, you get it, right? So go and get it. If it's really what you want to do, you need to, you know, get off your butt and go do it, man. So it's just
Yeah,
all about, it's just about commitment,
seriously,
man.
You're a closer. You have developed into a closer like in less than 30 days. This transformation, like I am so excited for you. It's unbelievable, right?
Yeah,
Because
2015 is our year. That's our year.
oh, oh my God! Like you see, guys, when you start to recruit and when you start to, have new team members come in, right? One of the things that you want to do is you want to help them create progress as fast as possible. Now, Kenneth, before he even got started, right? He sent me two emails, right? Now, I was about to respond to his second email, right? Because I got to a point where I was having people come in, I was having leads come in every single day, people plugging in without me talking to them, so I just didn't want to talk to anybody anymore. And I see that he sent me two emails, and I was like, oh, he's serious, right? So, and then as I was about to, reply, I get a, text message telling me that he had gotten started with iPass 2.
Man.
And if you're like, well, what's iPass 2? I don't know what iPass 2 is. Well, listen, my friend, there's a button below this video where you can click that button. It's a green button, right? And you can get started and you can plug into iPass 2 right now, right away. So you definitely want to do that as fast as possible. Now,
Yeah.
he took action, right? He took action. And because he decided to take action and not just, take a little bit of action, right, and then make excuses like, well, I have my life and I have my job and I have this and
Don't
I
make
have that,
excuses.
right? He
No
just said it for
excuses.
you. Now think about this. Ken is 19, right? Think about this. Now I don't know how old you are if you're watching this live, if you're watching this on a recording, but if a 19-year-old can have that sort of mindset, what's stopping you from doing it, right? And like when Ken plugged in, right, and he took action and he started to get results within his first 7 days, I had a paradigm shift myself, right? And that shift was don't buy anyone's bullshit.
No.
No one's,
No.
not even yourself.
No.
And I told him this too, and I could see the growth within him, and I know he doesn't buy it anymore, right? Because our initial conversations when it came to him having prospects reach out to him, right? I kept telling him, don't buy anyone's bullshit, don't buy anyone's bullshit, don't buy anyone's bullshit. And it finally clicked in his head. Now he's like, yeah, I don't, like, it's getting overwhelming. I don't want to talk to people who aren't serious, right? Like,
Yeah.
you get to this place in your business where it's like critical mass, and
Yeah.
you have more leads than time, right? And when you get to that place, it is an awesome place to be, right?
Oh
And
my
we can show
God,
you how
dude.
to do it, but you got to take action, right? I mean, that's the reality of the situation. The reason why I'm in that place, the reason why Ken is in that place, the reason why we have other team members that are getting traffic and leads every single day in their business is because they made a decision to take action, and you can do the same thing as well by literally going below this video, clicking that link, and getting started immediately right away. Now, Ken, I know you broke down a couple of things as far as like, how you became a better salesperson at your current
Hmm.
job, right?
Yeah.
But how has that translated, in your business, that's allowed you to go out and create more results, right? Like how has what you have learned so far from the training, right? Because you've only been
Hmm.
in for about 30 days, I think, right? I'm losing
Yeah.
track now, right? But what do you think has been that breakthrough that really caused you to hone in and get dialed in to be able to, create in another person to make a decision to take action immediately versus like 90 days from now?
I'm gonna be honest. I woke up one morning. I think it was like a week after I had gotten into the iPads, and when I first seen the iPad system, I thought to myself, I was like, I could do it. I was like, it probably might take some work, but I could do it. So, probably a week after I got in, I just woke up one morning with a mindset, like a drive. I don't know what it was. I even told my mom about it. I just had the desire one day to I seen myself actually being wealthy, like owning my own house, having nice cars, just living that better life that everyone wants. So, I think from that point on, it's always been just a burning desire to just want to be successful and to keep going, not to stop being anything because in the words of Lil Wayne, it's never too much money. Enough money is never enough money. So,
Absolutely.
it's just you gotta have a desire. You gotta believe in something. If you believe in it, then you're gonna achieve it. It's something about. when you believe in something so much and to the point it actually comes true, I don't know why it goes like that. It's just how the world works. But if you actually want it enough, you'll get it. Trust me. Keep God first and you'll get it. So it was just that
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely, and I'm glad that he touched upon that because I'm actually reading this book called "You Were Born Rich" by Bob Proctor, right? And he talks about this, right? He literally talks about how to go out and create the results that you want for yourself. Now,
Hmm.
Kenneth, right, literally is telling you the secret, right? If you watch The Secret, if you read all these different books on personal development, right? If you listen to guru after guru after guru, right? You listen to myself, or you listen to Ken, or you listen to anyone else getting results and has the results that you want in your life and in your business, right? We're
Hmm.
typically going to tell you the same thing. It starts with having a burning desire, and number two, you have to have belief, right? And not
Yeah.
just belief, but I want to get more ingrained with having faith, right?
Yeah.
You see, what happens is a lot of people they may have faith that something's possible, but you don't keep that faith in the forefront of your mind. You don't keep that faith
Exactly.
as you wake up in the morning, as you work for your business day in day out, as things happen that don't go your way. You don't keep that faith, right? Because when you
Hmm.
activate faith and you just act as if it's already coming your way, it's already
Exactly.
here, right?
Exactly.
That is when the game changes for you, right? Because I can teach you the technical strategies. Like we just told you to go out and use Instagress. You literally can go sign up for Instagress tomorrow or even tonight, and you probably won't get results because you probably don't have enough faith and you don't know exactly what we do, even though we do have a training for that plugged in, right? So you got to make a
Yeah.
decision to join our team to really learn exactly what we do because we don't have enough time to really break down the entire strategy on this hangout, right? We
Yeah,
want
the
to give you some
Instagress was
value,
just a little teaser. That's all that was. So
right?
this is just a
And that's a
tease.
part of marketing, right? Because our time is
Yeah.
very valuable, and we give access to that for people who make a decision to take action, right? You get rewarded for what you do, right? I think a lot of people, especially in America, I'm just gonna be real and honest. A lot of people in America have this mentality, right? And it's because of how our country. Because I can guarantee you, I have people who are overseas who don't have regular jobs, right? Who find a way to go out and find 500,000 bucks and beyond to invest into themselves, and they do it within days, right?
Hmm.
Because they're serious and because they're motivated and because they want to actually come to America, right?
Exactly.
Because we're spoiled here. Because we're spoiled here. So you got to learn that the results that you want for yourself are literally right in front of you. You just have to make a decision to get out of your own way, right? Because a lot of the time, your own ego is what's really holding you back, and I can tell you that from personal
And
experience
I'm happy you
because I
touched up on that too, James, because I do find myself getting a lot of people that aren't in the USA and they're willing to pay like that out the down price for the black card because they see the potential that we have over here and they see the opportunity that we have, but we just don't take advantage of it. So believe me, it's a lot of people that's like I have one guy, his name is Chandra, the guy Chandra I was telling you about, and he's trying to get in. He wants to purchase the black card like right off top, and because he believes in it so much, he says he's willing to come to USA for it and everything. So I'm like, well, if I have a guy that's probably doesn't have the same currency we have enough to get the black card because he believes in himself so much, then why can't people from America go through the same thing? I mean, it's right here in front of us. It's just you have to take opportunity and take advantage of it. So, if it's something that you really want to do it. Because if you can really picture yourself doing it, you can do it. But you have to picture yourself first. That's where it starts.
yeah,
Big picture.
absolutely the self image is so important, guys. Like, and I'm glad. You see, we started talking about Instagram, but if you guys notice, we're really talking about what's important, right?
Yeah.
Because the technical stuff, it's always out there. We have loads of training that you can use and leverage inside of iPass, inside of Empower Network, right? And some of you are saying, well, I'm in this XYZ, I'm doing this, right? But are you getting the results that you want for yourself? Like, I mean, let's just be real and honest. You want to get results, right? You want to
Yeah.
start making money. You want to start having people join your business. You don't want to be working your business all the time. I'm sure that you probably don't want to be having people come to your house 2 to 3 times a week, right? Or going out and driving out to a hotel and doing all this other stuff, right? I know I personally don't want to do that. I'd rather have someone pull out their credit card and join my business before I ever talk to them and then I'll talk to them if they demonstrate that they're worth my time. Now, that's not egotistical, right? That's not
Yeah,
arrogant. It's just me
it's
having the
business.
value for my time, right? And
Yeah.
that's where you want to get in your business. But a lot of people, they get brainwashed, to be quite honest with you, that there's only one way to do this, right? Now, I'm not knocking offline stuff because network marketing has been built offline for a very long time. But I can tell you right now, there's more efficient ways to go out and grow your business faster and easier. And if you're using outdated methods, like say, hey, do you want to try my thingy, right? Do you want to try my lotions and potions? Do you want to try my super nutritious, ORAC value filled shake, right? And you're wondering why that's not attracting people running to your door, knocking on your door, leaving letters saying, how do I buy, right? Because the product doesn't sell itself, right?
Yeah.
The product doesn't sell your business, right? People don't join your product. People join you. So if you
Yeah.
can't demonstrate to them that you can help them, how the hell do you expect them to join you, right? You got to have some type
Exactly.
of knowledge. You got to have
Yeah.
some type of value. You got to have some way to help them. Otherwise, they're going to look at you just like how you look at everybody else, right? And you're going to
Yeah.
continue to go through this loop of struggle. You'll probably join like 7 different companies like I did, and then it'll hit you in the head. Oh, wait a minute. It's not the company. That's not why I'm failing. It's because I don't
It's
know what the
me.
hell I'm doing.
Exactly.
Exactly, right? And that's where you got to come to. You got to come to that place, and you got to sit here and say, you know what? I'm willing to do whatever it takes, and I'm willing to learn, and I'm willing to be, malleable, right? I think I said it
Hmm.
right. I'm not the most person in the world when it comes to pronouncing words, right? But yet I still make money, right? Like I literally
Hey, that's
can
all
cook
that
half.
matters.
I can cook half the time, but I can make money, right? Like
Yeah.
people seem to think that they need to be a genius, that they need to be a college graduate. Like,
No,
I'm
no, no.
the longest job, guys, that I've had is a year and a half, right? I've worked in Fortune 500 companies within the top 10 in America, right? I dropped out of college. I literally went to 2 first years, right? Because I would drop out because I would sit there and listen to the teacher, and I'd be sitting there in my chair like, this guy can't teach me how to go out and make $1 million. Why the hell am I here? Like,
Why am I here?
right? I just
Yeah,
realized that early. But
yeah,
but once again, I wasn't willing to listen at the time, so I went through this long period of struggle because I had an ego and because I wasn't willing to admit that I didn't know everything. And then I came to that place of humbleness, right, where I sat there and said, you know what? I need to get around people where I'm not the smartest person in the room, right? And when I made that decision, right, I found a way to get out to Miami, right? I got some team members there as well, right? It was my first event, and I had a breakthrough. I had a breakthrough. And I made the decision to get out to Charlotte, right? Got out to Charlotte. Had team members there too. Had another breakthrough, right? Now I'm going to Vegas. In the beginning of this year, considering I'm a year wiser, a year stronger, a year more fortified in my beliefs, I can tell you right now with absolute certainty that 2015 is my first 7-figure year, right? And I'm looking at potential multiple 7 figures in 2015. Now, some of you may be sitting there saying, "Oh, he doesn't know what he's talking about. He's crazy. That's it, right?" And I want to give you new affirmation that I literally came up with the other day, right, as I was shooting a video, and it's that millionaires are created every single day.
yeah.
I want you to think about that for a second. Millionaires are created every single day. Do you know for an absolute fact, if you were to take $1 million out of the economy, it wouldn't even show up on anybody's radar. Like seriously. Even if you take
Yeah.
$1 billion, believe it or not, if you were to take $1 billion out of the economy, it would not show up on anybody's radar. So when you don't understand that money is just a thing. Money is
Yes,
just a thing.
it's everywhere. It is literally everywhere. You guys, I'm telling you, it doesn't. A lot of people that I talk to, when I tell them they have to go through kind of a survey before they talk to me. So a lot of people, when they get asked the question, well, how much would it take for you to make monthly? How much would you like to make monthly? A lot of people say somewhere close to $600, $900. And I'm like, okay, that's kind of good for a a short-term goal, but what is your long-term goal? What would it really take you to leave your day job? How much would it take you a month? And a lot of people were like, well, I don't want to give you a number like that because it's probably not possible. I'm like, dude, you can give me probably $100,000. You want to make $100,000 within the next 90 days. I can show you the exact formula to do it. All you have to do is take action and and believe in it. Believe in the system, believe in what I tell you, and put action into it. You'll get your $100,000 in 90 days. I guarantee it. There's no reason why you shouldn't, but you have to believe in yourself enough to want to get it and to know you can get it. The best way to do that is to visualize yourself with the money already. That's where I do. That's how I do. I visualize myself already with the money because it makes it that much easier to kind of get comfortable with the fact of having it. So, um,
Yeah.
just shoot for the stars, man. Just reach for the sky.
Yeah, awesome, bro. Like you gotta have it in your mind first. Whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, it will
Mm,
achieve. And that is what you
yeah.
have to know and understand, that it all starts with you. It all ends with you. Believe it or not. Us coming into your life, the training coming into your life with iPass, the leadership, the events, all these things are coming into your life because subconsciously what you're saying is that you want more, right? You want to
Yeah.
grow. You want to transform. Your spirit is really speaking out, and what's happening is the world is literally manifesting things that you require in order to get to that next level, right? And
Hmm.
that's what the awesome thing about quantum physics is, right? Like I know and understand, the more that I focus on what I want, the more that I focus on a black card every single day, the faster it's going to happen, right? And
Yeah.
that is what I personally focus on in my business. What can I do specifically to bring in a black card member every single day? And if you're like, well, what's a black card member? Well, the best way to really find out what a black card member is to become one. And you can do that
Yeah.
by going below this video and clicking that link and getting started and taking massive action immediately, right? So listen, my friends, you really have to soak up what it is that we've shared here, right? And take it to the bank, right? Because I can tell you right now, we're taking it to the bank, and other
Yeah.
team members on our team are taking it to the bank. Other
I
people
just
that
got
decide
paid
to plug
yesterday,
in,
dude. I just got paid yesterday, so I'm good.
hey, right?
Huh?
How does,
Yeah.
how does that feel to get paid in your How does that feel
It,
to
it
get paid in your
was
business, Ken?
it was so relieving because I've never had that confirmation email to say, "Hey, this money has been deposited into your account." That was like such a big relief to me because who doesn't like getting that confirmation email, hey, you just got paid. And a lot of people don't get confirmation emails saying, hey, you just got paid. That was my first time actually seeing a bank transaction go through my name online.
Wow, wow,
So
that's
it
awesome, bro.
was
I'm
it was a
glad
relief,
to be a
man.
part of that.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm glad
yeah.
to be
We're
a
all a
part of
part of it. I don't just thank my sponsor. I thank my teammates because our team is growing rapidly. I feel like personally, 2015 is going to be the year for our team. You're going to see us probably on the Forbes list. Hopefully, we're going to make it.
Don't say
So,
hopefully, brother. Don't say
oh,
hopefully.
oh,
Say
we'll
it's
make it.
gonna
We'll
happen.
make it.
That's it.
We'll make it.
That's it.
We'll make it.
Period. So you guys, and that's the great thing about having a community, because there's always someone that's in a place that you want to be in that can guide you and help you when they spot something, right? Like I have my mentors reach out to me all the time, right? I know that I can reach out to my mentors if I have a question. That's what the power of a network really is, right? Because when you
Yeah.
have the ability to connect with people who are in a position that you want to be in, it's one of the most fantastic, awesome experiences that you can ever have, because you have certainty that even if you don't know something, you can get in touch with someone that does, right? And obviously,
Hmm.
right now, if you're watching this video, you're in a position where you simply don't know what to do, right? Or maybe you know a little bit about what to do. You don't really have any mentorship. You don't have any real guidance. And that's when you got to make a decision. Well, am I going to stay stuck where I'm at, right? Am I going to stay struggling? Am I going to stay with inconsistent results? Or do I want to get results like Ken? Do I want to get results like James? Do I want to get results like other team members that are on our team that are plugging in? Like, you know what I have fun now with nowadays? I can send out emails to my list, right? where I'm literally like,
Mhm.
oh, this person got plugged in and they did X, Y, Z. Oh, they're getting traffic and they're getting leads and they just got their first sale, right? That's a
Yeah.
fantastic feeling because now my business, even though I completely rely on myself in my business, right? It's a fun thing when you can teach other people how to do the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Because you can give people that power, that association of power, right? That they can go out and
Yeah.
do the same thing for other people. It's it's
Mhm.
phenomenal about what you can do. So Ken,
Yeah.
if you want to say anything else before we wrap up this training, go right ahead.
Well, I was just gonna just put it in a few things. A lot of people take things like this for granted. Um, I'm not gonna guarantee anyone any type of income, because that'll be just basically throwing myself in the fire if you were to come at me and say you promised me this. What I can promise you is I can promise you to show you to the exact formula it takes to generate any type of money you would like to make, online and offline. That's the promise I can make you. But the promise you have to make to yourself is that you want to be in that position to be your own boss, to not have to work a 9 to 5 anymore, to not have to work for minimum wage anymore. Because believe it or not, I feel like my hours of my life is worth more than 7.25 an hour. That's the way I honestly
I
feel. So, if you feel like you don't want to be in the position of working a hard labor job, and you feel like you're wasting your life for a retirement check that's probably not going to pay you anything when you leave, you need to take advantage of what's being given to you, because I don't think it's going to be around for long. It's not something that's going to be around forever. So, if you can take advantage, believe in yourself. As long as you believe in yourself, is no reason why you should fail, because the only failure you get is when you give up. That's the only failure you reach, because everyone goes through those tests, everyone goes through trials, obstacles, but God only puts you through certain tests and obstacles just to see if you can handle what's about to be dished to you. You're probably about to get $1 million, but you're going through hell right now because you're about to get $1 million. It's just a test to see if you're really ready for it. So, just stay focused, stay motivated in whatever you're doing. Even if you're not doing online networking, still stay focused in whatever you're doing, because as long as your mind is focused on it, you'll achieve it. So that's all, man.
Awesome, bro. Listen, guys, you definitely want to make a decision now, right? I remember when, I was in a place of complete struggle in my life. I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't have a job at the time, but I had some money that I had to really invest into myself, and it was either to, just buy an apartment or plug into my business. And I made a decision that I was going to
Yeah,
plug into my business, and it was one of the best decisions that I had made because I wouldn't be where I'm at today, and I wouldn't be where I'm going if I didn't make that decision, right? So you have
yeah,
the ability to make a decision right now. And the decision is, are you going to change your life? Are you going to transform your life? Or are you going to continue to make excuses and continue to play victim in your life? Or are you going to make a decision that you're no longer a victim? You're going to make a decision that you're a winner and that you were born rich and that you're going to do whatever it takes to manifest that result in your physical reality, my friends. We can show you how to do that. Now, income disclaimer, we don't guarantee that you're going to get results. You can see our full income disclaimer when you go below this video and you click the link below because you can get that information. But what we will guarantee is that as long as you do what we tell you to do, right, it's damn impossible to not get results, right? So what you have in front of you is that you have a proven strategy, not just by one person, not by just two people, not by just five people, right? I can show
by
you case
10
study after case study after case study after case study, right, of what we're doing
testimonies
that works.
everywhere.
it, it works quickly. It works
It
quickly.
does.
So make a decision. Go below this video and make a decision to buy now. And we personally look forward to coaching you and mentoring you. Whoever refers you to this video, get back with them, right? And click the link below and get started and take massive action. And we will see you on the next training, next week. Take care and have a blessed night.
All right, you guys.